Hey guys, it's Andy Jeff, and today, well, in case you can't tell, today's not a good day for my little crap box that I drive occasionally. So I figured I'd use this as a teaching moment to be able to teach you guys how to change a tire, because not everybody learned this. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, or you're stranded on the side of the road right now, this is exactly how you change a tire. If you don't have access to this type of jack, there's probably one in the trunk of your car, hopefully. If there is, then grab it. We're also going to need a lug wrench, which would also be in your car, or you could have a sweet 4-way like this, which is what we're going to end up using here. It's a different tool, but does the same job, so if you've got something else, then go ahead and use it. For instance, this is the jack that came with this car, and here's the lug wrench right there. We're not going to use that though, because we've got tools that are already out. Okay, so the first step on this particular car, these are actually plastic little lug nuts, and to get to the real lug nuts, you have to loosen them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our handy dandy 4-way and go ahead and just loosen these bad boys. Once this is loose, this just comes right off, unlocking the excellent steel wheel that's underneath of it. Now, before we go to jack anything up, we want to loosen these. And the reasoning for that is because if they're overly tight, being able to loosen these will be impossible once the wheel's up in the air. All right, everything's loose. Let's get this car jacked up in the air. Now, every vehicle is different. For instance, this one has a box frame. Let me get you down there so you can see it. There's a frame under there, so I can actually jack up using that frame point. But if you don't know where your jack points are, and not every vehicle has a frame, make sure you consult your owner's manual, because you don't want to pick it up in the wrong spot and completely screw your entire vehicle up. So we're going to go ahead and jack this thing up. Something cool about this Mercury Grand Marquis is it actually has a little arrow right there. So we're going to go ahead, push that bad boy under there. Once we're on the frame, I'll give you a close-up here. See, we're below the frame there. We're going to go ahead and jack this bad boy up. And we got to keep going until we get that tire all the way off the ground. I'm actually going to jack this thing up far enough that I can get a jack stand underneath it. So the reason why I'm leaving this on a jack stand is because my buddy Zach is out of town. He's my auto mechanic on a fishing trip, and there'll be a couple days that pass in this video, but you won't know it because of the magic of the internet. Jack stands are safer than jacks generally because they don't have a seal that can blow out. So now this thing is going to be stuck up in the air until I get a new tire for it. So now that I've got the tire jacked up, I'm just going to go ahead and spin off these lug nuts, and make sure you keep them in an area where you're going to be able to find them, because there's been times when I take a tire off and I forget where I leave the lug nuts. Once they are loose, you can go ahead and take them off by hand. And if it catches, it's probably because of the pressure the tire's putting on it. So push that tire down. All right, now that we've got all the lug nuts removed, we can take the tire off the axle, just like that. Now, if you have a spare, you can pull that out of the trunk of your vehicle or lower it down, but I'm going to see if I can get this tire patched. So I'm going to take this to my buddy Zach, see if he can fix it. Otherwise, we got to get a new tire. World champion tire roller. Now, when you pick something heavy up, don't lift with your back, lift with your legs. Now, let's go drop this bad boy off. Hello everybody, we are back, and guess what? Had to get a new tire. Womp womp womp, because the sidewall was damaged. Can't always plug them, and that's why I have a professional who's a good friend of mine since preschool check it out. So let's throw this baby back on. Now, if you're like me, it's been a few days, so make sure you've got all 5 of your lug nuts, or 4, however many you have. Could be 6 even. Your tire. If you've left your vehicle sitting on a jack stand, you've got it. And you've got your jack to be able to lift the car up when you get the tire on. All right, guys, tires are heavy, so make sure you lift with your legs, not your back. And what I'm gonna do is essentially just get this so that it's about ready to set up onto here. And then I'm gonna pick the tire up and find myself a lug. And there, now we've got all of them on. Let me bring you around here. And I'm gonna go ahead and start tightening our lug nuts. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and just tighten these as much as we can with our lug wrench. That is the wrong size. That's fine. Everything is fine. And the reason we're going to do that is so that we don't have to try to force this tire on any farther once it's on the ground. We do need to tighten it up a little bit more once we have the vehicle on the ground. And as you can see, I'm going around twice just to make sure these are all snug as a bug in a rug. Now the thing is, while I'm jacking this car up, I'm staying away just in case the jack decides to fail or the jack kicks. Then I'm gonna grab my jack stand, and now we can go ahead and try to slowly let our vehicle down. It is now setting on a brand new tire, but we still have to tighten the lugs. So now that we are here, we are going to go ahead and tighten our lugs in a star pattern. So, once again, also I have the right side of the four-way. These don't have to be overly tight. You just want to make sure that they are tight enough. They are not going to fall off. I'm putting quite a bit of pressure into this. As you can see, that one was a little bit looser. Now I'm going to go around one more time just to snug every one of these up one more time. All right, excellent. And now we can put our sweet hubcap back on, which a lot of times you can just start it by hand. And then bring your wrench in and just tighten everything down. Now this has no structural rigidity, so I'm just tightening this till they're tight because we don't want the hubcap to come off when you're driving down the highway. And now, would you look at that? We saved our $1,000 Grand Marquis. That tire is good to go. And I hope that this helps you out, because this was inspired by the whole channel, Dad, How Do I? Because it's clear that not everybody has a father figure or mother figure, because it is 2025, to teach them how to change a tire. So this has been Handy Jeff. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested in DIY, homesteading, growing your own fruits and vegetables, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give us a notification bell so that you never miss a video, and we'll see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching.